And welcome to another episode of Lesser Known Gems of British TV. Today I'm here with Brian Doob. He's not a Brit Track volunteer, he's actually just a fan who comes to Dragon Con. Today he's going to be talking about the original run series, Survivors. There was a remake more recently, but he's going to be talking about the original. It's available on DVD in Region 1, which is, North America. So it's readily available. As far as I know, it's not on any streaming platform. So for you people who are only on streaming, you'll have to go back to the old DVD idea. But it's a really excellent show, and I'm going to go ahead and let Brian talk about Survivors.
Thank you, Mark. Survivors ran from 1975 to 1977. It was created by Terry Nation, who, of course, is well known for having created the Daleks, and he went on to create Blake 7. And Survivors was a post-apocalyptic series. It begins with the discovery of a new disease, a new plague, that in quite short order wipes out most of the world's population. And after the first few episodes of the series, there is something like 1 in 5,000 of the population remains. And we encounter a group of characters from different places in England, from different walks of life, who have gone through this trauma of seeing almost everyone they knew die in this disease. And very quickly, they are in the situation where they have to rebuild. And they are in this world where society as we know it is gone. And we have characters who are strangers becoming friends, and we have all sorts of challenges that they are faced with because all of the supports of society are gone. And the core of the series is to say, what are the challenges that people are presented with without society being there, and how do people respond to them? And the challenges could be as simple as, what happens when you have too many cabbages and no vinegar to pickle them? Or, things like that. But they can also be as complex and human as, what happens when a crime has been committed in the group, the little commune that develops of people they have there. How do you deal with that with no justice system in place? Or how would you deal with other diseases or wild animals, things that people would not be prepared for? How do you restart the process of agriculture? You don't have experts to talk to. And things of this type. And we're also seeing in it things that different groups of characters do, different approaches to how would you survive in this world. Some of those approaches are violent, and some are much more inclusive, some are much more peaceful. And we get this whole series of things and a developing series over time that is really at its core about the people and what people do when society is no longer there. And as you mentioned, there is a more modern version that was done in the 2000s. There's also a novel of Survivors out there, but it's the original series that ran in the 70s that I think does all of this so well and is really quite remarkable. So Survivors is definitely one that I would recommend.
And it's also kind of topical, especially considering that we're living through a pandemic right now in some ways, especially since that's part of the concept of the show.
Absolutely. And it gives us the some of the ideas about what could happen if things went so very, very far as society not surviving. But it certainly starts out with the shock of a pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, it's what you want to call a warning to us. We want to make sure that we control the real one that's out there. Because we don't want to end up like those people. And survivors.
Yes, yes, that's absolutely right. Yeah.
Because you don't want to. We don't want that. We don't want that future. So
yes.
Well, anyway, thanks for doing this, Brian. We here at even at Virtual Dragon Con, we like to have our fans become involved as well. So I really appreciate you taking a few minutes of your time to talk about Survivors.
Thanks for giving me the chance to once again be a panelist.
Oh, not a problem. And there'll be more shorts coming your way soon in the lesser known gems of British TV. So see you guys later for the next video.